Alright, what's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Last home game of the season, done and dusted, 1-0 against Burnley. And you know what, it wasn't really a game for the neutral today, and I had my heart in my mouth for like a lot of that game. But it's a nice atmosphere around here now. The players just done their lap of honour. Sonny named Player of the Year, and quite rightly so. But in terms of the game, how did you assess that game? Because it was a hard one.
It wasn't pretty. I think there was a lot of tiredness and lethargy after Thursday night.
You noticed that quite early, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we tried to kill the game as early as possible, get an early goal. I think we clearly did that. And then once the Pope made a couple of saves and we didn't quite get the opportunities.
Great saves, by the way. 2 of them were absolutely brilliant.
That was in the second half. I'm saying the first half, once Pope, they rode the storm basically for the first 15-20 minutes. And then Burnley came into the game, and all of a sudden Conte had a good chance, and they were really starting to frustrate us. We seemed to run out of ideas come the end of the half.
Yeah.
And we did need a bit of luck. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, we did need a bit of luck with the penalty, because looking at it, I think it's one of those that in 2022 it's going to be given. But it's not one of those.
Why did he take so long to make the decision and have to go over to the monitor as well?
Whether it's accidental or not, I guess. Look, his arm's up high. The only thing is it's point blank range, so it's a bit harsh. It is a bit harsh, but his arm shouldn't be up there. So I don't think he can complain too much, and I think that was probably the right decision given. Great penalty, another brilliant penalty by Harry Kane.
Went the opposite way to last week.
Yeah, and look, we knew a win was so crucial in this game, and we felt that in the second half. I think we tried to get a couple goals. We tried to get the killer second goal. Son had, as you said, 2 brilliant chances, which Pope made him 2 amazing one-handed saves. But other than that, we were hanging on at the end. Once we got to the last 15 minutes, we were hanging on.
It was just like every time we got the ball in our half, we just like boot it as far away as possible.
It wasn't as if Burnley was creating loads of chances, and I think that actually Lloris did really well coming out and claiming a lot of crosses and things like that, and being very commanding in his box. But definitely the way they were pumping balls into the box, the way that they were physically trying to really push us right to the end. Obviously they were fighting for a point as well, and it turned into a bit of a battle, physical battle near the end of the game. And I think that's where the tension really started to settle in, and everyone was just begging for the final whistle to be blown near the end, because as much as we weren't under serious threat, but there was always just a feeling one moment could go against us and that could be it. And that was a very much overriding feeling, and thankfully we held out strong. Look, we're the only team in the Premier League this season who won every game when leading at half time. Wow. So I think that goes to show how good we are when we're in the lead, and Antonio Conte has done an amazing job. Whatever happens from now to the end of the season, whatever happens in the last game, he's done a phenomenal job to get us in position. We're now 2 points ahead of Arsenal in the top 4 race. They have to go and win tomorrow. Draw's not good enough. So look, ball's in their court now. Let's see how they respond. But it's a massive victory for Spurs. The only sour note is Son didn't take advantage of maybe getting the golden boot, although he had a couple of chances, but he's got 1 more game to do it.
Yeah, 1 goal behind. But in terms of kind of individuals today, in my opinion, I thought Emerson Royale put in another really good showing today. I would say probably our best player today. I mean, who would you give man of the match to?
I gave man of the match to Ryan Sessegnon. I thought he was really good, actually. I thought not only was he pretty good defensively, but actually I thought he was unlucky not to have 2 or 3 assists. Both Son chances were assisted by him, which good save by Pope. First half he made a really good cross, which Kane had a header cleared off the line. And he had another one, the other one was Lucas. So he had some really good output today going forward, and I was really impressed with him. I thought it was another really encouraging performance against a team low block. There's Sonny coming over to the fans, really lovely stuff there from Spurs. Nice end of the season. And one thing that struck me a lot in the end of the season, I know it's hard to read into too much, but Conte just looks so happy, so proud of his team, so proud of his boys, his players. And he looked like he wasn't just here for the short term, you know what I mean? He didn't look like a manager like, oh, he's on his way out, he's not happy where he is. He had he had his chest out, he had a massive sense of pride. He was making his own banter with all the players. He was appreciative of all the fans.
Not a man that looks like he wants to leave, is it?
You saw as well near the end of the game, 5 minutes to go, you see him trying to G up the crowd, trying to get us over the line in the last 5 minutes, and the men are locked him. And I think, as much as obviously if we don't get top four now in the last game, the chances of him leaving do increase. But I do think, from what I can see, he seems very happy, and I think it's very slim that he does leave, whatever happens now. Definitely if we get Champions League, he is 100% here to stay. I'm so confident of that.
I even think if we don't make Champions League, we're here to stay. But do you think that we saw the last of Lucas Moura today at the stadium. And what do you think of his performance as well?
I actually think it was all right. I don't have too many complaints about him. I think there are times where he's frustrating. That's classic Lucas. But I think there were times where he was actually the only one taking committing Burnley players, actually trying to make something happen. And he nearly did. He made a good cross in the first half, which Kane headed into the keeper. He made a few good ones in the second half. So I don't think it was scintillating, but I think it was an improvement of how he's been playing recently. And so I don't have too many complaints about Lucas Moura. I think defended well as well, linked up well with Emerson Royale. And today was just about getting the result, you know. It was a very, very difficult game, and there were 3 points is all that mattered. You saw the relief when that penalty went in, and the whole team.
Absolutely, and the whole stand, the whole stadium as well. But look, at the end of the day, good to get the 3 points, and what was definitely a potential banana skin today. We take it to the last day of the season at Norwich. Let's hope for Newcastle to get a result tomorrow night.
All eyes on St James's Park.
Look, at the end of the day, it goes to the last game of the season. And from where we were when Conte took over, I think it's a brilliant haul and a brilliant job that Antonio has done. And all we can say is we just got to hope for Arsenal to lose. That's what our history is resting on at the moment.
Yeah, all eyes on St James's Park on Monday night. West Ham are proving what teams can do at this stage of the season, even when people are fighting for big things. So let's hope Newcastle can do us a favour right now. Top four is very much on, but I can't celebrate until I know the Newcastle result. So let's hope for the win. All right.
Well, that is it from us at the stadium this season. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.